I'm gonna do 1 order of chow mein and 1 order of fried rice, please. 1 order of orange chicken, please. Mushroom chicken, please. And let's go ahead and do the Beijing beef.
I lucked out not having to order an additional item, but with the amount of sodium and protein in this meal, I knew this was gonna be tough.
So it looks like it's just after 4 p.m. So since I have just under 8 hours left until midnight, I'm gonna do my best to get this meal down because I have no idea what's waiting for me for meal number 3. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of chicken.
As I set up the meal, I realized my vegetable intake was lacking for the day, so I decided to start with my mushroom chicken.
All right, so I'm starting with the mushroom chicken. Getting some much needed vegetables in. 3, 2, 1. Not bad.
As I got into the first order of chicken, I realized that the lack of sweetness was gonna be a serious problem.
Mushroom chicken is down. Whew.
So I decided to utilize my fortune cookies.
Discover the strength within yourself. I'd much rather discover more calories within myself.
Next, it was time to move on to the chow mein. I'm not a huge fan of chow mein, but when it comes down to carb sources that fill me up the least, chow mein is high up on the list.
Lead with your heart. I'd much rather lead with my stomach.
Next, I decided to go after the very saucy Beijing beef.
How could I forget the bell pepper at the bottom? We want to miss out on our vegetables.
The first few bites were actually pretty tasty, but then the spice hit me.
Yeah, it's actually kind of spicy. Thankfully, I can cool it down with some deliciousness, aka wild sauce. Technically, it wouldn't be fire, but you know what I mean.
Using some wow sauce, I was able to get the Beijing beef down before moving on to the next item.
Ooh. Hold on tightly to your dreams. I'm gonna have to hold on tightly to my sanity after this day is over. Oh.
When it comes down to carb sources that fill me up the most, fried rice is very high up on the list. After a few more spoonfuls of rice, everything started to catch up with me.
Oh, man, that chicken from earlier just hit me. Oh.
At this point, I realized getting through the rest of this day was going to be a battle.
Fried rice is down. You can count on close friends to give you sage advice. I can't think of anything clever to say to that, but yeah. Now, everybody, I saved my favorite Panda Express item for last. The orange chicken.
Saving the orange chicken for last was also another part of my strategy, because the combination of sweet and savory helped me out big time with flavor fatigue.
Oh, goodness gracious, man.
I spent the